Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Asher, and thank you for joining me as I take a look at Pokemon Go, the international phenomenon that is sweeping just about everyone who's ever thought about Pokemon and a whole lot of others that never have off their feet. There was someone while we were out that made a very valid point. She said that she was low-key upset that back in the day, everyone made fun of her for playing Pokemon, and now everyone's jumping on it, and that is absolutely true. There are millions of people playing this right now, and it's a very simple concept, but it's not something that we've ever really experienced at this level other than Ingress, which is the other game that Niantic developed before Pokemon Go, but that didn't have Pokemon in it, so not as much of an appeal. You go around and you catch your Pokemon out in the wild. It does vary based on where you're at. For example, if you're near water, you have a better chance of catching water types, and you can track them about how far away they are. From what I understand, you'll have little footprints, and that tells you roughly in meters. Every footprint is about 100 meters away. If they're not closer than that, you can't see them. There are a few items in the game. You can get pretty much all of them. I do believe all of them, except the inventory expansions, without spending real money. And depending on what locations you go to, real money really is not going to be a big deal because you find Pokestops that you can spin and get your items. So if you're around a lot of those, then you don't have to spend a dime. And it's absolutely incredible. The Pokestops are all real-world locations that are typically of some type of historical importance, or it's a church or something like that. A lot of churches, from what I've found thus far. And some areas are going to be heavily concentrated in that, like any type of museum or anything like that. The video footage at the beginning shows where we went earlier today, and there were literally hundreds of people that were playing this game, talking about which teams they're on. There are 3 different colors, red, blue, and yellow, just like the respective Game Boy games. And I'm Team Mystic, Mystic for life. The Valor can go jump off of a bridge, and who cares about yellow? They're the underdog. You also have your gym battles that are in, and the gyms are going to be controlled by one of the 3 teams, one of the 3 factions. And if you're holding it, you can go there and train the gym and make it stronger, and then leave one of your Pokemon there to help defend it. If you are not holding it, then you wipe out the entire team. You use your whole roster to do so, and if you beat it all the way down, you get to take control of it, and you leave one of your Pokemon there. And every 20 hours that you hold a gym, you actually get the currency that can be spent in the shop, although again, it's not necessary to use if you are running around and finding the shops on foot. And this game is going to make you run around a lot. You can't really play it in a car. Please do not play it by yourself in a car. If you're going to, have a co-pilot that's running your phone for you, because it is highly dangerous to do so, and we have enough car wrecks in the world. Just don't do it. Also, on that note, there is an APK file floating around, which basically is an illegitimate way to actually install the game on your device. Please don't do that if you're in an area where the game has not been officially released. The servers are highly unstable as it is, and adding people who are not actually supposed to be in the game yet does not help that. And to touch on that, the game is pretty buggy in its current state, but it's simply because of how many people are playing it. I am confident that will get worked out, for the simple fact of how much this is bringing in income-wise for Nintendo. Their stock has risen by 10% within 48 hours of the game launching, so believe me, this is going to be one of their top priorities. Will it last? I think it will have quite a bit of lasting appeal. They have not added trading or battling a person in the game yet, and they have only the original 150, 151 that are in the game thus far. So there's quite a bit of room for expansion, and as long as they keep updating that, I feel like people are going to be playing this for some time. I know I will. It's actually given me a reason to go outside and get out of the house and things, just to have something to do, and that's the appeal of it. It gives you a location to go to, it gives you a goal to strive for, and that makes you want to do it. I've not the highest level as of right now, but I have came across some gyms that are like level 1400. I think my highest is about 6, so you can grind it out like that. And you also hatch eggs if you have them by walking, and you cannot trick that by driving either. You have to physically move, and you have to move your location as well. But I found this absolutely fantastic thus far. I will continue to keep playing it, and I think millions of other people will if you have not already heard of it. If you have, that's probably why you're watching this video. If you have not for some reason, go download it, try it. It is free. Go have a little bit of fun. If it's not your jam, it's not your jam, but it's not going to cost you a dime. Go catch yourself some Pokemon. It's really fun to do with the kids. that's what I would recommend. My kids have been having a blast with it as well. Go catch their own Pokemon. And well done, Niantic. Well done, Nintendo. This is going to be a revival of the Pokemon series, and I am just absolutely ecstatic. I've wanted something like this since I was a child, and it's like my childhood dream has finally been realized, and I'm oh so happy. The response from the communities and the social aspect of this, I've never seen anything like this before. Here's my proof of me being a gym leader. Come challenge me if you find me. I'll see you next time.